right, y'all. Last but not least, by any means, my lovely water signs. Welcome back to the channel. I am here to do a soul healing message for my water signs. Um, Too often we see readings for love and finance and things of that nature, but I don't often see a lot of readings for soul healing, what you are working at a soul level. And since it is September 9th, it is a 9/9. Nines are coming to an end of a cycle, and it is 2019, so 9/9/19. 19 you would reduce to a or add it where it becomes a 10. 10 is completion, right? And then that 10 will be the 1 plus 1, or sorry, 1 plus 0, and that would take us to a 1, which is the beginning of a new cycle. So you have that you are coming to an end of a cycle, completing a cycle. You have come to the end, now you're completing it, and you're about to start a completely new cycle, right? And then we have the full moon on Friday the 13th, this Friday. And it's a full moon in Pisces, but it is a 13. So with it being a 13, you reduce that to a 4. And that 4 is about your structure and your methods, your practicality, even your traditions. What are you needing to stabilize and let go? What traditions are you holding on to that aren't really serving you? With the 13, that is the Scorpio energy, right? It's that death energy, okay? Because in Tarot, 13 is death. It's the death card, and the death card represents Scorpio, but it's not like a physical death. It is a birth, death, and rebirth. So it's like a transformation, essentially, into something new. So like that butterfly, you were a caterpillar and now you've transformed into a butterfly. So you're transmuting energy, and full moons are about completion, right? You have completed a cycle. So the moon goes through its cycles and phases. So you have essentially gone through a stage and phase that you are coming to a completion on. And with the full moon, it is about releasing illusions and because Pisces energy can be illusion, but coming into a spiritual knowing, spiritual well-being, because Pisces can also be spirituality, and things of that nature, because it's ruled by the 12th house. And I really just wanted you all to get a little understanding about the numerology and astrology behind what is going on with the energies as well. We are in a 3-year globally. This year, 2019, is a 3-year. Next year is a 4-year. So 3 is about creativity, but with that creativity, it's learning, coming into alignment, right? Because 3 is represented by the triangle. Triangle is also fire. Fire can be creativity. It's like your solar plexus. It's your creativity and your will. Okay. But that 3 is that alignment of mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so it is a cleansing first. You need to cleanse what no longer serves you before you can create or manifest what it is that you really want in life that will serve you, and then you will begin to balance it out. Sorry about that. With the 4, then with it going into a 4, it is about balancing out and coming in and structuring and really stabilizing what it is that you have been creating for the last year. And then with the 13, the full moon being on the 13th, you break that down to a 4. So it's essentially you starting to balance out and stabilize what you have been working on creating all year, and what you have been letting go of and fixing, or not fixing, but balancing it out and bringing it into fruition. Okay. So I am going to pull 6 cards. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I talk about numerology a lot. It's one of the services that I offer, numerology readings, so you can understand how you were DNA coded for what you came here to do. So I'm going to pull 6 cards, right? 6 represents creativity and destruction. Okay, it's on the mental plane, and on the mental plane or the conscious plane, how you think can create your reality. So are you creating beauty, or are you creating destruction with what you think? I will pull a healing message, what you need to work on healing. Then I will pull a message about what it is that you need to rebel against, what you need to release and let go of to bring yourself into alignment. So your healing message. Let me call in our divine way shores of unconditional love, healing, and peace for my water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And I ask for clarity and understanding on my part, and clarity and understanding on the part of my water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, and give us what it is that we need to know about what it is we're trying to heal and release. So be it, and so it shall be. Thank you. Also, I didn't say that tarot is energy. Tarot, it's energy. Never give away your power and let anybody tell you that what they are saying to you in the cards is exact, and it cannot be changed. Because you have free will, you have the ability to change anything that the cards say. So I don't do like past, present, and future readings, because energy is fluid. It's constant. It's always moving. And you can change the outcome of something by simply turning a corner. Like you were thinking about going left, but you instead went to the right. And because you went to the right, it changed the whole dynamic of what would have played out. Okay, so tarot is not meant to predict the future or to tell you what to do. It is simply to give you insight. So never give your power away to a reader and believe that what they are telling you is final in a reading. It's simply to give you insight. So it may or may not resonate for you right now. It might resonate in the future, or it might resonate with something in the past. So just because I did it on this date, it was really just about the power of the numerology for this date, but it might resonate at a later time. It might resonate on 9/9 of next year. Okay. So with that, Spirit, what are my water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer working on healing? Sell out. That was at the bottom of the deck for the fire sign. So some of you water signs might be tied to a fire sign some type of way. So you might want to check out the fire sign reading. Bottom of the deck, we have hole in the soul. So some of my water signs might be feeling like, in a 3-6, that's a 9. So coming out of that feeling like you have a hole in the soul, like you're incomplete, or like you need somebody else to complete you, feeling whole within yourself, or whatever it is that might be going on in your life that is causing you to feel less than who you are. Something that might have happened in your past that made you feel less than who you are. So you're not being authentically yourself. You're selling out. You're putting on a mask or a false pretense to make others happy, and not being completely who you are. And with this 1, so you have this 9 where you're coming to the end of feeling like you have a hole in the soul, and starting a new cycle of coming into a new cycle of feeling one with yourself. But when you do get to this space and place, don't sell yourself short. Don't pretend to be somebody that you're not just to fit in or to make other people happy, to please them. Okay. Don't do that to yourself. Be authentically who you are, because we are coming into a time with Saturn, and that's something that I didn't mention, with Saturn going direct on the 17th of this month. Saturn is calling you to be true to who you are. Saturn is the teacher planet. It's the planet of truth and karma. Okay. So, and then it's going direct on the 17th. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is your power, you being able to be decisive. It's also financial wisdom and you being abundant, and your you putting what you have learned into practice and being actively independent with what you learn and free from other people's thoughts, beliefs, and restraints on what it is that you are trying to express about yourself. Okay. So this is like coming into that financial abundance, but don't sell yourself out. Don't sell your soul to get to what you're trying to get to. Okay. And what you are needing to rebel against, the divine rebel that you need to become, my water signs. What are my water signs rebelling against, spirit? Again, a 9, another 9. So like it's real serious for y'all. At the bottom of the deck, the perfection of your life, and it's a 3. So some of y'all might be experiencing, some of you water signs might be experienced or might have been experienced this year, because we have to get honest with ourselves and get real with who we are. You have been experiencing a whole lot of stuff that has been causing you to feel like you are in the eye of the storm. You've been going through a lot, and it is essentially with Saturn being retrograde, and we have a lot of planets retrograde, and then with retrogrades, it's about a revisiting and going over things that we might have missed in the past and relearning certain lessons. You might be repeating a cycle so that you learn something that you might have missed before, and it's causing you to be perfected with that 3. You remember what I said, 3 is about creativity, but it is calling you to align first. So some of my water signs are feeling like they have been just in the eye of the storm, going through a lot before they were able to get to a point of being whole with self and tapping into. So you are needing to tap into your intuition, and water signs are highly intuitive. Okay, my Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios are highly intuitive, and it's that tapping into your that deep knowing. Okay, what you feel, living by what you feel, and don't sell out how you feel because other people might not agree with what you're feeling. So rebel against going against. So you are rebelling against not trusting what you feel. You are rebelling against going by what other people are telling you you should and shouldn't do with your life. That's what you, my water signs, are rebelling against, right? And going against. You have to follow what it is that you feel. Don't let nobody tell you, what you should and shouldn't do. You know what is truth for you. It's that alignment. And even in this picture, I don't know if you can see it, but in the background it's a bunch of triangles, right? It is a bunch of triangles. So it's that coming into alignment with self. On this earth, we have a lot of perceptions. People perceive things the way that they want to perceive them. They understand the way that they want to understand. And you cannot change somebody else's perception. You can give them how you feel about it and try to help them to understand your perspective. But sometimes we have to agree to disagree, and you're not always going to be able to agree on certain things. And you have to just accept that, and that other people have to be accepting of how you perceive things. But everything in life is a matter of perception, right? And how you understand it from where you are. But don't be so judgmental that you don't take the time to take a step back and try and understand somebody else's point of view. Okay, but when you do that, don't just accept their point of view as your truth. Do not sell yourself for that. Don't sell yourself out like that. Don't sell yourself short, water signs, trying to appease other people. Okay, and what you are working on aligning in your soul. These are my water signs. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces working on aligning, creating. What are they creating? Y'all, like I said, y'all experiencing some challenges with that hole in the soul and that perfection of your life. These cards here. I didn't pull them off the bottom of the deck because I won't have no room, but y'all have been experiencing some challenges that have been making you feel less than yourself. Okay, like you're not really sure of who you are, or you're just like, oh my God, what else can come? What's next? Okay, what more can I be going through? Okay. All right. So they wanted to give y'all more than 6, and I'm gonna go with it because obviously it was meant to be there, and I'm gonna just leave it with that because they came out together. Okay. I believe it was the air signs that got the wealth and compassion. So some of y'all might be tied in with an air sign, or you have air in your chart, where you might be experiencing what the air signs might be experiencing. So if you want to check out that video and see if it resonates with you, or if you are tied in with the air sign, again, here's that fire sign energy too. They had this at the bottom of the deck. So it's that surprise and coming into yourself with Jupiter going direct. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and giving of gifts. So it might be that some of you water signs are tied in with a fire sign that will help you manifest what it is you're trying to manifest. They will help you bring to life what it is that you have been trying to create and help you accomplish what you've been trying to accomplish. And with this windfall, some between the air sign and the water sign or a fire sign might be blessing you with a windfall of some sort that will cause you to feel balanced on the inside, internally balanced. And it's not necessarily about money either. It's y'all might be tied at a soul level in a relationship where it causes you to feel a inner harmony, right? Y'all connected at a soul level. Y'all might have been experiencing some challenges with another person, with your soulmate, twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, and you are needing to see them from a different perspective. Oh my gosh, this happened. Yeah, it's probably definitely a fire sign because that happened in a fire sign video too. Oh, goodness. Technology, right? So y'all might be experiencing some challenges within your relationship dynamic, and you are needing to go with your intuition and what you're feeling that will help you align. But but be compassionate, because I know for some of my Scorpios, y'all are so truthful, but y'all could cut like a knife. Like with that death energy, it's like I'm gonna cut you down and make you rethink and transform how you trying to handle my life. So it's that needing to be compassionate with looking at things from somebody else's perspective. Okay. And being that way will help you accomplish inner harmony and get that windfall that you're trying to get and a wealth of energy and information. Okay. You have been being challenged with bringing in what you are trying to manifest, but watch what you're creating. Are you creating, again, beauty, or are you creating destruction? Be mindful of what you are creating. With Saturn going direct, Saturn is the planet of karma, if I didn't say that. So it's going to give you karma accordingly. Okay, good, bad, it's gonna give it to you. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I wanted to pull some chakra um, oracles to go with these to get a deeper insight in what it is you're trying to align for my water signs. What is the challenges? And with your chakras, some your chakras can be blocked, they can be overstimulated, or they can be understimulated. So don't all. I know you hear a lot of us hear, oh, you might have your chakra might be blocked. You never hear that it might be overstimulated or it's not. It's being understimulated, underused. Okay, so it's not just necessarily about a block. So you might need to tone it down some, okay, or you might need to enhance it. You might need to tap into this particular chakra area to get to what it is you're trying to manifest. Okay, so in this challenges, what are the what are signs challenged with? What are they trying to align? The yellow chakra angel that came out for the fire sign. So some of y'all, like I said, might have fire in your chart, and we typically all do have fire, earth, air, and water in our chart, but you might be aligning with a fire sign. Okay, release. Having the power, tapping into your willpower to release things that are causing you to feel challenged, or understanding what you are being challenged with, and those challenges, instead of looking at them as blocks or things that were hindering you and upsetting you and causing you to feel some type of way, looking at it from a different perspective that will give you your power back, that will help you tap into your willpower. This is your solar plexus, so your will and your creativity. So looking at it from a different perspective and being able to let it help you tap into your power and release it into a form that is beneficial to you. Okay. Where's the compassion card here? Pele wanted to come out, but if it's meant to come out, it will. I already pre-shuffled the cards if I didn't say that. Thor. One more. Water signs. That's so indicative of my water signs, okay? Thor represents, he's the god of thunder, but he's also like the protector, and he usually takes the lead and steps up. And funny, y'all got yellow, green, so your heart chakra, right? He This card in this deck represents someone who always takes the lead and steps up, but they're tired. They need to just relax and take a break and let other people accept their responsibility. okay, and handle the things that they need to handle. And with water signs, you are a nurturing sign. Water signs are nurturing. And y'all, some of my water signs are needing to express compassionate detachment. Okay, don't be so given of yourself to depletion, and accepting that you can't save everybody, accepting that you too have limitations and you need to be compassionate toward yourself and let other people stand in their power and handle what it is they need to handle. You can't always be the savior. Okay, that's the creativity card here. Universal love wanted to come out. Again, if it's meant to, it will. What's the creativity? What's the alignment in the creativity card? Horus. Alright, I know who Horus is, but I might have to read that, y'all, because I ain't gonna act like I remember just or know exactly what they're trying to tell me. So I'm gonna pull another card. But I believe it's something to do with fighting the battles again of other people and needing to let them stand their own ground. Ancestral healing. I might need to read that again just to understand what Horus is representing for y'all. But it's blue, and that's your throat chakra, right? Needing to express yourself and also be honest and truthful with yourself. What are you communicating? And what are you thinking? Blue is thinking and communication. Okay. The wealth card. What are we needing to align with the wealth card and the water signs? Wholeness of self. Again, another card that the fire signs got. I have one more, please, and thank you. Aphrodite. Wholeness of self. Self-love. Even though it's not there, that's saying Aphrodite, but that's okay. Accomplishment card here. Clarity wanted to come out. One chakra fairy. Universal understanding, that came out for air and earth signs. And then, okay. Bottom of the deck, earth energies. So grounding yourself, needing to ground yourself and tap into even with this green chakra fairy being here, it's like getting out into nature, connecting with things in nature, also connecting with things that will ground you. Okay. With this, let me look at Horus real quick, y'all. Cause just because. Warrior personality, sounds about right. You find it hard to step aside and let others have their own battles and bear their own consequences. Again, that's essentially what Thor is. Like I said, I was pretty sure that that's what it was. And y'all needing to learn to let other people do what it is that they need to do. So it's you learning your strength to step aside and let people do what it is that they need to do. So it's a lesson for them and you too, right? I'm sorry, my hair got hot to me. Got hot. I needed to put it up in the ponytail. Okay. So, um, your ancestors are trying to get you, some of my water signs, to tap in into themselves, okay, and be a warrior for themselves, and um, create a, a space and place that is safe for you, and where you are not feeling like you have to give so much of yourself continuously to be accepted with this sellout card, right? They're not wanting you to feel like you have to keep giving so much of yourself in order to feel like this is what it is that you, this is how you get love, right? Um, so you have your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart chakra, and your third eye. It's a lot of heart chakra here for my water signs. Big surprise there, right? Um, because what are y'all but love and emotion, okay? But it's also a lot of your solar plexus chakra here. So some of y'all are needing to balance out your heart and your will. Don't be so overpowering in with your love, and trying to help other people out, that you are being a block to them as well as a block to yourself. Okay, you're so busy trying to help them accomplish that you are essentially hindering them and blocking all of y'all wealth, your wealth as well as theirs. Okay, and to the point where they cannot become whole without you, where it becomes a codependent thing. It becomes a codependent relationship because they are feeling like they need you for everything, because they know that they can come to you for everything. They will, and um, they won't try for themselves, and that's not what you want at all. Okay. um, and then, like with the purple chakra fairy, okay, like your, again, this is your third eye, and water signs are highly intuitive. Like I said, it's you balancing out your intuition, but needing to ground it. It's essentially needing. So some of us are more balanced in certain chakras, right? But we need to balance them out with something else. So you are needing to balance your intuition as well as with your heart, with your love, and how you're feeling. So it's, what am I trying to say here? It's going out into and connecting with, because water signs are so spiritual, right? It's, water is spirituality and intuition. It's kind of like that high priestess where you are in between realms. Okay, you are able to tap into the heavens and the earth. So balancing that out to achieve a inner harmony, right? So not being so much into the heavenly and spiritual realms that you're not focusing on the mundane. So needing to tap into the mundane to balance yourself out. Okay. That type of energy. And then tapping into your your willpower and becoming whole. And with Aphrodite here, what sign? I think I forget what sign had her, or she was at the bottom of the deck for one of them. But Aphrodite was is about, she represents freedom of expression and love, loving how she wants to love, who she wants to love, when she wants to love them. Okay, she was not inhibited with other people's opinions of her. She didn't sell herself out for what other people might have thought she should have been doing. Okay, she did what it was that she wanted to do, and that was abundance for her. That made her wealthy, because she was whole within herself, and that is what some of my water signs are needing to tap into. Y'all, some of y'all are needing to understand wealth in terms of self-love, okay, self-preservation, being able to set boundaries, and understand that you don't have to care so much about what other people are saying, or even care so much about other people's problems and issues to the point where it's causing you a block. So it's when you think in terms of wealth on a soul level, it's you being wealthy in love of self, you being wealthy in wholeness of self, not feeling that duality of, um, you know, am I a good person? Am I a bad person? If I tell this person no, does that make me bad, or does that make me wrong? Or will they like me or dislike me? Or are they going to be upset? Like, let that go. Come out of that, and stop letting that be a challenge to you. Now, I'm going to get some deeper insights into this, but right at the moment, that's what I'm getting. And then with this accomplishment, the orange chakra fairy and the universal understanding, the orange chakra fairy, somebody, I forget who got this, might have been fire signs. I'm telling y'all, definitely check out the fire sign video, earth sign too. Just check them all out because it all resonates, okay? But with the orange chakra fairy, this is you having so much energy, and once you stop trying to do so much for other people, you'll find that you have enough energy to do what it is that you need to do for yourself, and accomplish the things that you are wanting to accomplish for yourself. And with this universal understanding, it's like the hand of God, or the universe itself, trying to give you what it is that you desire. Your sacral chakra is your desires, and your creativity, as well as your solar plexus, which is your will. It's your willpower. So what you are trying so hard to will into existence, what you are desiring to will in, the universe is trying to hand that to you. But you are needing to set some proper boundaries and love yourself. Be compassionate to yourself. Don't be so compassionate that to other people that you are giving to the point of depletion. Okay. Did I shuffle these? I shuffled before we got on camera. I know I did. But I'm going to just shuffle them again one more time. Okay. Double chakra. And the release. Going within, that's silence, meditation, and tapping into your power. Okay. Like I said, y'all been on a journey, and or some of y'all need to go somewhere that will help you come in, that will give you information that will help you come into a better understanding of self. And again, fire signs got a card called Return to Country, which is essentially them traveling to a place that will help them come into alignment with self, whether it be the hometown, a place you've traveled to before, or a place you've never been, but you feel intuitively or instinctively drawn to it, that will help you blossom into the person that you need to be and be able to share your wealth and riches with other people, okay? That will help you release and be able to go within, tap more into your that high priestess energy, being able to tap into that psychic energy, that inner knowing, and just because you're a water sign does not mean that you've actually cultivated that ability to be able to tap into a higher knowing. You know, so it's tapping into it and actually using it to your ability, okay? Or not letting it be such a challenge to you. I'm sorry, you like, my readings have been pretty long, so my candles keep going out. I got to keep the fire energy, the element of fire going, right? Earth, fire, air, and water. It's necessary. Okay. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna just pull out the rest of the cards before I say anything. But I talk when I feel. Oh my God, that card. Every single sign has had this card. Every single solitary element, I mean, has had this sorrow card. So it's a 9, and it's that releasing of sorrow. Okay. Every single solitary sign has had this sorrow card. Let me get one more. Thank you, Spirit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, look. I guess I'll take them. I didn't really want to, y'all. It's a lot of cards, but I'm gonna take them. Because it's about healing y'all's soul. So I'm gonna be obedient because Spirit is saying I want these cards to come out. If you're talking about soul healing, then give the message. Okay, that definitely was an accident. Y'all tapped in with a fire sign some type of way. There's a lot of cards that fire signs got. So tap in. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Bottom of the deck, compromise. Okay. And I take that as somewhere I said something about y'all needing to let people do what it is that they need to do for themselves, and that's essentially a compromise, because them understanding that you can't do everything for them, and them understanding that they can't do everything for you, and them needing to do what it is that they need to do for themselves, and y'all meeting up in the middle and understanding each other's perspective, understanding the other person's perspective. Okay. I do want to get one more card. I know I said what was at the bottom of the deck, but I just feel drawn to, and there we have it. Okay. New card at the bottom of the deck is trust. And that's you trusting yourself and trusting other people to do what it is that they need to do. Okay. So what I'm getting, is y'all needing to go, some of my water signs needing to go with the flow and stop being in duality. Stop being double-minded about what it is that you want to do for yourself. Okay, with the schizophrenia card here, that's this card, schizophrenia. See, this person is like hanging on a ledge, scared to just fall and pick a side, coming into wholeness. Like, we got these fluffy clouds down here that's, like cushion is how I see it. Like, you got messages coming in. Those are like two little birds. So you got messages coming in, and spirit is trying to talk to you, and your higher self is trying to talk to you, but you're just so double-minded doing everything that it's keeping you bogged down and not coming into wholeness of self. Okay, remember that wealth of self. But you have the completion card here and the 10, so it's come ending this cycle. And then you have the slowing down. Okay, so it's a matter of not being in such a hurry that you stay in a double-minded situation, or that you cannot become whole with self, or to the point where you might be keeping somebody else in this type of energy. What you are doing might be keeping somebody else in this energy because they are feeling like they want to do what they know will please you, or what you are feeling like would be best for them. So it's keeping them double-minded and in a space where they can't feel whole about the decisions that it is that they're trying to make and mastering themselves. But it's also you. It just could be vice versa, either or. You making somebody feel this way, or they making you feel this way, but needing to go with the flow and achieve what it is you're trying to accomplish, right? And here, like I say, you have this, the yin and yang. That's that integration. That's that letting go of that can't talk, double-mindedness, and becoming whole within self. And with this innocence, it's when I remember I said something about compassionate detachment. It is tapping into that childhood energy. Yes, you've experienced a bunch of challenges and things that have made you feel just like that hole in the soul card. You just feeling just so disaligned and disillusioned. But instead of having that feeling and feeling like you've missed out on so much because you've been giving so much of yourself to other people and helping them, that you didn't learn what it was that you needed to learn for you, or do what it was that you needed to do to you. You weren't compassionate with yourself. It's changing how you view this, changing it, going back to a space and place with tapping into that inner child healing, and where you're able to view things from a different perspective and say, okay, these challenges happened and all of that took place, but integrating it into such a way where it helps you in the long run, where you are compassionate about the decisions, compassionate toward yourself about the decisions that you made. You're not being so hard on yourself. And this is for some of my water signs, right? You're not being so hard on the decisions that you, on yourself, about the decisions that you made or the choices that you made, to where you can view them in a different perspective, to where they're no longer lessons. They become blessings, right? It's a, okay, I didn't, at the time that I was going through it, I didn't like what I was going through and it hurt me. But somewhere in there, it caused your soul to grow. It caused some type of soul growth for you. Okay, so integrating the lessons that you learned, accepting those things, to where it takes you back to that childhood energy, where you're like, okay, and I said this in one of the other signs videos, where kids can be upset, they sad, they feel like you hurt their feelings and you mess them up, and then in the next second they bouncing off the wall and ready to be all over you and just playing and loving all over you all over again, because they don't hold on to grudges. They don't hold on to hurt for too long, especially not if they are in a loving environment. Okay. And at a certain age, they just, it's like, oh, that happened. Okay, now on to the next. And the next minute, they okay. They right back to who they were. Okay. And it's some of y'all needing to tap into that energy to go back into wholeness of self, that integration. It's all letting go and accepting, releasing past hurts and sorrows. And that's essentially what this whole energy is about. This 9-9 and this 10 and this full moon, it's completions and letting go, and knowing that with the morality card, not caring so much about what people in society is saying to you. With the friendliness card, you see these two trees are on here. Let me bring this over here. These two trees are on here, and they mix together, they mingling. They are still individuals, right? They're still individuals doing their own thing and able to stand in their own beauty, able to be themselves, but mix to bring about beauty. Okay. And that to me is like allowing people to be themselves and them allowing you to be yourself. Okay. And when they doing this, you not knowing how to, not you not knowing, but I'm saying it's you or the other person knowing how to be separate from each other, knowing that when y'all not together, you're not alone. It's not lonely. It's you're not lonely. Aloneness is different from loneliness. So when you knowing that you are whole within yourself, you don't need somebody else. You can be alone without feeling lonely. You can be by yourself. You can let the other person go off and be an individual, and know that they're going to return to you with love. And even if they don't return to you, you still whole without them. Y'all made some beautiful moments together. This is for some of my water signs. Y'all made some beautiful moments together, but now it's time for y'all to separate and go and learn some lessons and do some healing. They might have some things within their family line with this ancestral healing here, some things within their family line that they need to heal. You might have some things within your family line or within self for them as well that y'all need to heal and work on separately. Okay, y'all might not necessarily be able to work on it together. So it's being able to accept that and take that energy and use it to create more beauty, using it to create the life that it is that you want to create. Okay, and not being a martyr. Don't martyr yourself. Okay, that's essentially kind of what Horus was too. Don't be a martyr. Okay, and martyring yourself to the point where you're keeping yourself boxed in to what other people believe about you and what's right for you. And oh my God, y'all been married for so many years. I can't believe y'all been married for this many years, and now y'all finna get this divorce. Well, why are you divorcing them? And sometimes I don't like to say people grow apart. You got all that you were able to get out of that relationship. Okay. Sometimes we marry soulmates. Sometimes we marry karmic partners. Okay. Sometimes we marry people that we were only meant to learn something from for a short while, for a certain amount of seasons. And we just fell so in love with them that we decided that we wanted to spend the rest of our lives with them. But it was not meant for us to spend the rest of our lives with them. We were only supposed to spend a short amount of time with them. And with Saturn going direct, it is calling truth into play. With this 3 year, it is calling truth into play. So it's telling you, hey, you got to let this go. I know you thought that it was going to be forever, and y'all thought that y'all was creating forever. But don't hold on to it because society says or because religion says you shouldn't get a divorce. Because if you're not happy, and if you with this person and you still feeling lonely, right? Again, this is for some of my water signs. You with somebody and you even with when you with them, you still feeling lonely. Let that go. Let it go. Don't keep holding on to that. Okay. And understand that you are not lonely. Being alone is you being so comfortable with yourself and understanding that you are so great of a person that you can be alone and still be a shining light. And because this person, like, there's light, you can be alone and still be a shining light to yourself and those around you. Okay. And celebrating this, becoming a rebel, with this celebration, the rebel card, breakthrough, and then ripeness. This is you coming into, like I say, wholeness of self, inner harmony, a windfall and abundance of happiness for you to step into your power and being the person who you were really meant to be, and celebrating that, being so happy and so comfortable in. You have a 9. This is essentially like equal to the 9 of Pentacles for those of you who understand tarot, the traditional tarot. It's you stepping into independence and your power. This is like that Emperor energy, okay? And you understanding in totality, like who you are and what it was that you came here to do and what it is that you want to do. Okay, you getting justice for all of the good and the things and that you have put out into the world, all the people that you have helped. Okay, but letting your light shine that will help you feel whole and not be worried about other people and what it is they thinking. Okay, and that's what I'm getting with my water signs: mastering yourself, going with the flow, and letting other people go with the flow. Okay, you are the water sign. Water sign, that's like that yin energy, the feminine energy, which is receiving. The masculine energy or the yang energy is forceful. It is active. It's taking action, and it's doing everything and constantly on the go. Where the yin energy is that feminine energy, and it is receiving. It's being still and letting other people show you who they are, letting other things present itself to you. Okay, to the point where you in the flow and you relaxing and you receiving. Even spirit is trying to send you information to where it helps you become the master of yourself, the master of your emotions, and you are able to balance yourself out. Okay, I'm gonna pull since we are in the age of the divine feminine. Okay, I'm going to pull a divine feminine message, a goddess message for an alignment or what you are needing to align with your feminine energy to tap into that divine feminine wisdom. Okay, and then I'll pull an ancestor message and a message from your spirit guides, your angels, and divine way shorts. Okay, what divine wisdom do you have for my water signs, spirit? What is the divine feminine wisdom for the water signs? Artemis, focus. The number 4, stability. Bottom of the deck, Mama Killer, the moon. 32, what is the moon? But intuition, feminine energy. Okay, and it's a 5, which is change. So it's a big change coming for a lot of my water signs emotionally. That's going to bring you some wealth and abundance on a soul level. Abundance is not always about financial gain. Abundance is not always about material gain. Abundance can be about soul healing and being so happy and so fulfilled with yourself and your relationship spirit that you don't really need nobody else, okay? And that's the change that's coming for you, that you trust yourself and your ability to make decisions and your intuition. You are not always in your head, okay? You ain't always thinking about the past, okay? And trusting yourself. That intuition, like I said, with that moon card being at the bottom, that feminine energy, okay? What ancestral messages do we have for my water signs? What ancestral messages do we have for Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio? Okay, not for real, y'all. That's just way too many. I'm gonna put them back. Like I'll be because I'm reading the actual message. I'm not doing like I will do a little bit of what I might get before I read the message, but I'm actually reading the message from the book, and I'm not gonna read 4 messages. Y'all already at an hour, okay? That one came out in the High Priest, okay? That one came out in the first one, okay? Bottom of the deck, the Hunter. Track down your fears and desires, okay? Track down your fears and desires, but that's like track down what you fear and then release it. Because sometimes the very thing that you fear is the very thing that you need to do, okay? And then we will get a message from your spirit guides. Divine perfection. What was at the bottom of that one deck? The perfection of your lives. And then karmic grace. And it's that karma giving you the justice that you deserve, okay? Whether it's good or bad, whatever it is going to be fair and just, okay? So for Artemis, the number 4, that structure balancing out, right? The alignment message. Sometimes you can be so focused on one thing, one way, one outcome, or one expectation that you run the risk of losing the opportunity to experience what you genuinely desire. You may be so fixated that you become blind to what is truly yours and what will be in your best and highest good. The goddess of the hunt offers this alignment task. Soften your focus and allow the fulfillment of your desires to come to you as it will. Whether you hit your mark now is not the point. Rest your eyes and relax the tension in your body. By taking this break, you will avoid shooting yourself in the foot and instead recognize that you are so loved. Love, success, and opportunity, all that is truly yours, will not run past you. Call on the goddess Artemis to remind you of this truth. That's pretty much all of what I just said, okay, y'all? Like, go with the flow. Tap into that feminine energy and let will be what will be, okay? The Mirror Guardian. Time to reflect. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. Y'all, that's all of it, okay? High priestess. Oh no, that's the high priest. The high priest. Intend and create. Recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. In many traditions, the high priest is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds and is able not to only do divine and is able not only to divine the future, but to help create it too. He may be a leader in his spiritual tradition, or in pagan traditions, be second to the high priestess, but he is always spiritually connected and disciplined, with great respect for his creator and his particular practice. In a reading, this card can represent a spiritual figure, leader, or teacher in your life, or an aspect of the path that has led you to where you are today. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand, and then watch it happen right before your eyes. Okay. So that might be where I was saying some of y'all are experiencing things that you need to let go of, separating yourself from. Understand that it was a beautiful experience in the time that it was happening, but now it's time to move on to something else. And when you look at those experiences, don't look at it as something that was so terrible that, just view it in a different aspect, okay? Right? And y'all got 2 4s here. 4, and then 4. Archangel Melchizedek and the Selenite, this right here, this crap, okay, that crystal or stone, rock, whatever, and it's divine perfection. We bring you the gift of divine perfection. As you receive our gift, you will feel a wave of great peace move through your heart and mind. You will know you are exactly as you were divinely designed to be, that your life is proceeding in perfect timing, and that all is well. If there has been a matter causing you concern, allow us to bless that situation with the peaceful grace of the divine now. You shall receive the perfect resolution of that matter in accordance with unconditional love. There is no need to judge yourself for any decision or choice you have ever made. Forgive yourself and others now. There are so many blessings for you to receive, and no need for you to hold on to anything out of fear, shame, guilt, or regret. Free yourself as you surrender into realization of divine perfection. All right, my water signs, I hope that resonates with y'all and that it helps you heal something on a soul level and be able to release something. I think that sums up everything that I was saying perfectly. I love y'all, and I will holler at y'all in the next one.